Hello, I made a little slideshow, so hopefully this helps anyone who's trying to complete the budget modification form. There are three types of budget modifications. You can move money between the 1,000 level object codes. For example, you may have a budget that includes travel, which is in the 5,000 object code, but COVID stopped all travel. So you may want to move your money to supplies, which is in the 4,000 object code. So you can buy software to help deliver your courses online. That type of budget modification is number one, and it may change your work plan outcomes as well. The second type is moving funds from one project to another. In some grants, a team may decide to take money out of their budget and give it to another team. For example, automotive may want to give their money to drafting. These types of modifications mainly occur in strong workforce regional grants. Finally, the third type of modification is to reduce your budget. The third type of modification may include taking money out of your budget to give back to the funder. Again, these types of modifications mainly occur in the strong workforce regional grants. Grant term. I've modified the grant term to include the terms for each type of grant. I also removed grants that are closed or that have not started. The best thing to do with the grant term is to look at the first year of the grant. For example, if you're working with a strong workforce grant that started in 2018, choose 18-20 grant. I realize that unofficially folks still refer to the old rounds system, but the Chancellor's Office and Managing College, Rancho Santiago, refer to strong workforce grants by the term of their years. Grant type. We have three types of grants ongoing: strong workforce regional projects, strong workforce local projects, and Perkins. On this slide, I listed all the official names of our regional projects. These names were taken directly from NOVA. They are the names in our contract and program agreement. I realize that the names are long and we sometimes create nicknames to make our spreadsheets and our lives easier. However, those nicknames can get tricky, so I used our contracts as the great equalizer. Next, include your top code. If you don't know your top code, I've also included the top code book in the form. Please use the top code that matches your grant application, your approval memo, and your budget. Next, you're going to put in your approved budget. This table serves as a gentle reminder that your expenditures are tied to your outcomes. Although we try to ensure that every student knows about our programs, persists through our programs, and completes successfully, our spending can't do all things at the same time. When we propose an activity, we indicate which outcome we would like to improve. In this table, you will list the original budget and outcomes. You only need to pick one outcome per activity. Here's an example of an approved budget. This project asked for $1,000 to upgrade their curriculum, and they were hoping that those upgrades would increase the students' skill gains. Maybe this project was going to integrate some industry certification standards. Next, you will complete your new budget, your new request. You'll put together the budget you want to change to. You will tell us what you will do with the money and what outcome you expect. Remember, you cannot ask for money. You cannot ask for more money than what you were originally granted, but you can ask for less. If you give us money back, then we can give it to another division that is in need. The key is to make these modifications early so that we're able to spend the money on time. We don't want to send a message to the Chancellor and to our California state legislators that we don't need this money. Following our example, a faculty member wants to move 1,000 out of the 1,000 object code into the 6,000 object code to purchase a new computer. The faculty member believes that this purchase will improve the quality of the degree or certificate program. Next comes the most important section. Here we get a detailed explanation of the change. No more guessing. We have a record of when the request was made so that we can be timely with our response. So following our example, our faculty said, I thought I was going to be able to work on my curriculum, but when I sat down to do the work, my computer blew up. In order for me to work on my curriculum, I want to purchase a new computer. I'll still get my curriculum updated, but this piece of equipment will help me move forward with my curriculum. So it looks like this faculty person wants to accomplish the same objectives, but they just need to move their money so that they can accomplish those same objectives. How will this change impact your outcomes? So the tricky thing about outcomes is that when we're making our purchases, we're not necessarily thinking about student outcomes. Also, the data does not always reflect what's going on in our classroom. Nevertheless, it is a way for us to gauge. This part of the form challenges us to think about how we're impacting our students with our purchases. In our example, the faculty says that I am hoping that I will have new enrollments with this new curriculum and the students who are taking my courses will persist to the next courses and complete the program. A note about delegation. We all need help from time to time, especially at the beginning or end of a semester. Yet this form can hold us back from making our purchases. If you choose to delegate this form to others, give them the information they need. Make sure that you give them a copy of your approved budget activities and outcomes. Make sure they know the grant terms and the top code. Make sure they know what you want to change and why you want to change it. Otherwise, they're left to guess, and it could have a negative impact on future grant funding.